What's up everybody, it's your girl V. Today I'm back with a collab video. I'm on a roll with these collab videos. This one is my top 10 China Glaze and I'm doing this with Joe from Polish Talk, Diana from Some Call Me Coco, and Carolina from Gotta Love Polish. I'm going to be leaving all the information in the description box below so that you guys can go check them out. And yeah, let's get into these polishes. China Glaze takes me back. Other than OPI, it's like China Glaze was like the gateway for me when it came to polish. Once I knew I was kind of hooked, I remember starting out and ordering off of actually both 88 Beauty and Trans Design, sorry. At the time, that was the only way for me to have access to China Glaze when I was living in Montreal, Quebec. I think the only other place I could find them was when I was at the salon. They were not like at Walmart like they are now. This was very hard. Choosing a top 10 is kind of like choosing your favorite child. I had a really hard time, but I managed to narrow it down to 10 that I love. I'm not really good with favorites, but I'm gonna go with this. First, we have this, I guess I'm gonna say Cobalt Blue, which is I See the Point. I See the Point, beautiful cream. I think this is the type of polish that is deep, but gets a lot of attention. So when you do wear something like that, it's like gets you all kinds of compliments. We have Wagon Trail, another green that I love. It's like smoky olive green. It's got all this gold shimmer and it's very vampy, very sexy to me. I absolutely adore this. This came from some sort of, I want to say cowboy or cowgirl collection from back in the day. I love me a good neutral and I picked Kalahari Kiss. But this is kind of like an almondy shade. It's got some yellow to it. It's a really nice nude if you don't want to go towards the peachy, pinky type of nudes. Formula on this is good. I think you can wear this all the time, year round. We also have Brownstone. I think this is my favorite brown polish of all time. There's just something so rich about this one. It has like I'm gonna say a touch of red, but just enough. It's beautiful. It goes on really nice. It's really deep. You feel expensive when you put it on. Next is Treble Maker, which is, this is a neon green. Goes on in 3 coats, but the color is worth it. It's like it's got a little bit of white. It's not a pastel neon. This is not a highlighter green, but it definitely still is neon. It's got a little bit of white and this one really stands out. Love this. My next one is Secret Periwinkle, which is the very first Periwinkle polish that I've ever purchased. I actually don't own that many Periwinkle polishes for some reason, although I love the shade. And yeah, this one, I'm gonna say I'm like halfway down the bottle, so this one has definitely been loved. Custom Kicks is an OG in my collection. If I'm not mistaken, this is probably the very first China Glaze polish I ever put on. I wore this when I went to get a manicure and it was like my first time wearing a color like this, and I remember being like, oh, this is awesome. And then after that, I went on the hunt and then this one is beautiful. The shimmer actually shows up on the nail, which I appreciate. Kind of on the thick side, but in a good way. Solid 2-coater. I would say 2 coats, like regardless of your application. It's pretty opaque, and this one is beautiful. Raggae to Riches. Raggae to Riches is one of those polishes that I purchased. I really don't know why, and then I just put it on the shelf, and then I was just like, okay, whatever. I was always just kind of avoiding it for whatever reason, and then one day I'm like, you know what, let me just swatch it, and I did, and this thing is amazing. The shiftiness in this, the bright purple that shows up, it actually shows up on the nail. This has like I only own like 1 tonic polish and it's a magnetic, but this gives me a tonic polish kind of quality with the really intense flash. Like something of Lyra. Anyways, this kind of satisfies my craving for all those beautiful tonic polishes with the flash. I adore this. Mustered the Courage, which I think is going to be a favorite for a lot of people. Did this come out in 2019? No, this came out in 2018. I was on the hunt for this. It was unavailable for the longest time. And when I finally got my hands on it, I was just like in love. I think I own maybe three mustard colored polishes. And this has to be my favorite. I think it's just so rich and deep enough. All the others that I had were a little bit lighter. I even got Cirque's Urbanized to kind of make me feel better about the fact that I couldn't get my hands on this, and it's not quite the same. So this one is gorgeous for the fall. Anytime really. It's one of those shades that I feel is going to be appropriate regardless of the occasion. The last one I have to show you is also an old China glaze. This is Trendsetter. I forget what the collection was, but I think I want to say Metro collection, something about Metro. I remember loving a lot of the polishes from that collection, and this right here is right up my alley. I'm a sucker for an ugly pretty shade. This one has that gross pea soup kind of look, and it has a little bit of a gold shimmer, which does show up on the nail. Maybe not tons, but it's definitely there, and I just love this. I think I can get away with wearing this in for the spring because it is green. I don't know if it's still available, but I'm sure you can find something that's kind of close to it. So that's it for my top 10 favorites from China Glaze. I actually did not have any honorable mentions. I guess I could have, but I was really trying to stick to just the 10. And so I hope you guys enjoyed the video and that you will be checking out the other ladies. And let me know in the comments, what are some of your favorite China Glaze polishes? I just love the variety that they offer and the price points. Of course, I've, grown since then and found other brands, but there was a time when I swore by China Glaze. Why is it called China Glaze? Because it's a glaze that was made in China? Why is it called China Glaze? I'm gonna have to Google that. I'm curious. And it says it's made in the USA, so why is it called China Glaze? If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. I will talk to you soon.